Hello everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. This is part 14. Last time we ventured out into the wilds to investigate some side quests and we took on a griffin. We had to solve Blackthorn's little dilemma. He was down in the dumps, and we took on a griffin to unlock sort of the next steps of our weapon crafting. We've got some items that we need to obtain before we can make them. So we're going to go on a culinary pilgrimage now to speak with a butcher at Martha's Rest before we proceed with the main quest. So let's get to that immediately. So we'll head on back over to Martha's Rest. See what's changed here. Last time we were here, Black Shields had arrived and gone straight to the church where the bearers were being kept.
After what the Empire did to Martha's lot, I'd be daft to stay. If it carries on like this, I won't have any bearers left.
I understand. May the blessing go with you.
So we can see that it is definitely a lot more dreary and depressing here.
We don't know when those bastards will be back.
But we do know one thing. They'll be getting a proper Rosarian welcome.
So it looks like there's been a little bit of cleanup, but it's still not doing so hot.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Well, can't exactly leave old Martha in the lurch after everything she's done for us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we? So, about the price of them turnips.
Perhaps I'd live longer if I bade this town farewell. But I've grown rather fond of the old place.
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up, hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer, when there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that, and even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 Reeds would be your best bet, if memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Alright, I've killed myself plenty. I've killed myself plenty of scorpions, so this will be fine. Unwanted violets is being a nickname for scorpion tails is cool. We'll take the old ladder down, we'll kill some scorpions.
Used to think the garrison was nothing but an annoying little wasp's nest in our back garden. Now I know it's a pit of fucking snakes.
Oh, and also, another spot of good news as we start this episode is a new patch for the game was released implementing motion blur settings. So I've been able to turn it off. And I'm just going to double check that I've actually turned it off. Yes, motion blur is from a range of 0 to 5, 5 being the default. It's no longer on. Motion blur setting should be a thing at launch. I do not wish for it. Motion blur, chromatic aberration, all that kind of stuff, off immediately. Alright, search the nearby swamps for scorpions. Well, it looks like we specifically need to go out to this path, so it might not be these normal scorpions, but let's fight them anyway. Let's see. The Cray Claws.
You're finished!
Oh, it's just you. Okay. Looks like I can keep this open even though combat is over.
Yeah.
And keep it on.
Let's go.
Over and around this way then. There'll be some specifically spawned scorpions for us to face. Yes, indeed.
Scorpions.
Lowland
Up
scorpions.
against.
Give me thunder. The power of gods.
It's over. Farewell.
I just love the concept of like just random enemies or like bandits and stuff, and you go and unleash the full fury of the gods upon them. The tails of certain species of scorpion are prized as a delicacy, the trace amounts of poison remaining in their flesh lending them a certain piquancy. The common marsh scorpion, however, not only lacks a stinger, but subsists on a diet of mudworms and bog moss, lending its flesh an altogether more troubling tang. Unwanted violet.
Better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
I love Clive's voice acting and like his mannerisms. It's so good. All right, to the hideaway we return. Let us go back.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
I did indeed.
Marvellous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
Cook the poison out, I suppose. Yum.
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss.
Does it go down a treat? Or is this why it was lost to obscurity?
Odin's teeth. What an assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency, there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
I love that Clive is like trying his best, but he's like, yeah, sure. Oh, badge medal +1. Let's go. Defense by 30. That's a good stat increase. The strength of a city is defined by the guard that mans its walls. The strength of a city guard is defined by the pride in their hearts and the laurels in their breasts. This badge provides its wearer with one of the two. Pretty sure we already have badge of metal +1, so that's the same description, I think. I believe so. Let's take a look. I think we may have it equipped. No, we've got badge of might. That's badge of might, normal, and then, yeah, badge of metal, and then, yeah, it's the same description. Nice. Go for a defense increase over the attack increase. And then, I'm liking the ability point generation. Should check out Lightning Rod and Rook's Gambit. Oh no, we've already checked out Rook's Gambit, haven't we? But I refunded it. I may... master the charged magic instead. For now?
That was certainly not what I expected. I wonder what other surprises await me on my pilgrimage.
I wonder if more quests will come up then for us to help out with. Interesting. Alright. Let's go speak with Vivian. Here be monsters.
Typical nobles.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
I liked that cutscene, and something that's kind of like really beautiful about this world as well is because they've seeped it so rich with its history, is there's so much that you could do here. And it's kind of funny because while we know that this is a heavily Game of Thrones inspired story or like world, that Game of Thrones has kind of got the same thing where it's got such a rich established history that they can go and do the prequels that they're doing now to the story. They're like, let's do House of the Dragon, and people want to get Robert's Rebellion and like stuff like that. And what's kind of awesome is Final Fantasy XVI could also do that if it so wanted to, because it's got so much history that has gone on before the current events of the game, which is like quite exciting. I just want more out of this, and it's funny because I'm like obviously still playing this main story, but there's already a part of me that knows that this will come to an end, and I'm just like, I just want more. They've done such a good job. I mean, I can say that about most Final Fantasy worlds that get created, to be honest. I always want more out of the worlds that they make because they're so fun to be in. And it's great. Like I said, like Ivalice is one of my favorite Final Fantasy settings, and there's still games that I haven't played that are in that setting, so it makes me very excited to get around to one day playing Final Fantasy Tactics and Vagrant Story, because I do at least know that those are set in Ivalice. And it would be really interesting to play a game that's not Final Fantasy per se, Vagrant Story, but in a Final Fantasy setting. That's kind of awesome to me. One day.
It will be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's Breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox, the man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
Nice. So yeah, Iron Kingdom, cheeky fuckers stole the Mother Crystal away from Rosaria, and then have just held it for ages. So we can head straight to Drake's Breath. Jutting forth from the fiery maw of the sacred Mount Drastanus, the Mother Crystal is the pillar upon which the faith of a cloistered nation rests. This is awesome. All right. I don't think that there's anything optional for us to do right now. So let's go. Straight to Drake's Breath. The Boiling Sea. Take this opportunity just to have a look at this. So we've read this before, but it must be a new one, which is an island nation situated off the west coast of Storm, with its capital at Craig Ah, yes. This has probably come up before. and I've gone, nope. I don't know. Some fantasy words you can pronounce. Some of them come to you naturally. Others, you look at that and you're like, who the hell wrote that? Who put that together? Loist. I just want to say Loist is what I want to say. Like the G is silent. Craig Loist. Despite being nominally a monarchy, the Patriarch, the most powerful priest of the Crystalline Orthodoxy, is in truth the most powerful person in the kingdom. He rules from the Isle of Bain Leodlad, more commonly known as Storm, in Storm as Mount Drastanis, on which sits the Mother Crystal, Drake's Breath, focal point of the faith. Here, countless bearers kidnapped from their homes in Storm and Ash are made to suffer in the name of a religion which deems them far less than human. And the boiling sea lies between Rosaria's western coast and the distant isles of the Iron Kingdom. For centuries have the navies of the Duchy and the Crusade traded blows on these unnaturally tepid waters which lap at the foot of Mount Drastanis, home to the Mother Crystal of Drake's Breath.
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
That's so cool.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's Breath.
Wow. Before we jump into the next thing, what I want to point out is we've made sort of note on wondering when Shiva will come out again and how she hasn't really done anything like that. And it does make sense. Like we've touched on it with how the fact that it must be quite traumatic considering what she's been made to do in that like 13 or so years that she was in captivity. And also we know that it takes such an extreme toll on the users to even do so. Every time Sid would use his powers, he was coughing up blood, and he only transformed into Ramu like a couple of times. We saw Garuda only fully transform once she had completely lost control of her senses and she'd turned like feral. And then Ifrit has only come out under the most dire of circumstances. It seems at the moment that Bahamut and Odin are like the two that seem to be sort of in much more of a better state. They probably don't show up as those dominants much either, as those icons, I should say, but they seem to be in much healthier form. Dion seemed to not be in any sort of particular weakened state. So it must be because Jill had been excessively forced to do it for so long that she doesn't want to. Plus, you can tell that it is taking a toll, and she's not feeling so great. In fact, with her glove on her left hand, on her right hand, sorry, it almost feels like maybe if she was to remove that, it may be petrified or like been showing signs of it, because we saw that Sid was in that same situation. So she might be covered up in that sense that her skin is showing that early signs of petrification. But if she's saying that like this is the moment, so I feel like we're coming close to a desperate transformation. I just hope that doesn't have the same outcome as Sid. We can only hope. A solitary volcanic isle rising from a brutal and unforgiving sea, known in the Ironblood tongue as Bain Leodlad. It was once a province of Rosaria, but eventually fell to the Crusaders, who consider it both a gateway to the continent of Storm and, more importantly, the wellspring of their faith, the mother crystal known as Drake's Breath.
Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
Right. Let's go.
Let's go. Fire and ice. Okay, that's cool. Ifrit and Shiva.
I came here, it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut.
What is this Pirates of the Caribbean jingle right now? God damn, look at that view. Wow. All right. Just so Pirates of the Caribbean. Alright, another Mother Crystal, another Aether Flood. Which means more Akashic.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. And the only way past them is through them.
Massive, like, thing to just highlight in this game consistently is just how engaging the music is. Goddamn. It makes me so excited to play more Final Fantasy XIV, and I think that's kind of the hilarious thing, is I think this game has reignited my love and motivation to get back into 14, because we stopped partway through Heaven's Ward, and then I was like...
Earthquake.
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it just happens all the time. It sparked my motivation to get back into 14, because we stopped through Heaven's Ward, and then every time I would go back, it was just like I just wasn't feeling like I was in the zone to play it and stream it. But playing this game has just made me so much more excited to go back to it. If not just for the music. So I've still got, I think, Stormblood, then Shadowbringers, and then Endwalker. I think I got those right. Plus anything else that's like in between. So keep an eye out for once Final Fantasy XVI finishes, I'll go back to streaming Final Fantasy XIV. Because I do have a couple of streams that I haven't actually uploaded yet, so I will upload those after 16, and then I'll get back to properly streaming it again. Look at this bad boy, Akashic Minotaur. Oops, wrong one.
All yours, Torvald!
Nice try.
Wake up! All yours, Torvald! You're a fine hound.
The old Arboretum is just up ahead. We'll enter the caves from there.
Nice. Yeah, there's a couple of Final Fantasy XIV streams that haven't been uploaded that are ready to go up, but I just thought that I would wait for Final Fantasy XVI to be done beforehand. They're ones that I just forgot to upload, because to be fair, they weren't getting a significant amount of views anyway, so I wasn't hugely motivated, but I want to just go back and play it, continue and finish Heaven's Ward, because I was really enjoying it. Especially that it was a very Dragoon-focused experience, and that's like my primary class is a Dragoon. Aerial Blast. Cooldown time by 11 seconds. So it's like, what do I want? Do I want to get Flames of Rebirth, or do I want to hurricane my victories faster? I think we'll do Flames of Rebirth, because whenever I hurricane a boss fight, I can't see shit because they don't get swept up in the air. So it's more of a hindrance. Can you open the door, please, Clive? Oh my god. I'd be fine if I didn't have to do that. Just press X to open the door would be sufficient.
Oh, look at this place. What a mess.
Is that a nest? In the middle there?
Wait.
Oh, yes!
Nothing a shelter for Zarya can't handle.
Yes, alright. Another Moorball, but an Aether version. Worse breath, Akashic Moorball.
Believe me, I mean to.
See, this is where status effects need to come into the game, dude.
Oh. Don't breathe it in.
Like, these enemies are, like, are known for their status effects. I forgot to stock up on fucking... Oops. I forgot to stock up on potions before we left. That's not good. That's not good. I'm just getting wailed on by tentacles. Really regretting not stocking up on my potions before we left. I forgot to do that.
Take this.
think you're going?
To me! Nice try. Ogle, kill! All yours, Ogle!
Acid rain. Wild rage. Oh, you're still going. Oh, you're still going with that. Okay.
I still can't believe they can jump. Don't these things have roots? Help me, boy. Get to me, boy. There's a help me, boy. To me, boy. Better already. Nice try. Nice try.
Akashic Warbow slain. I have no more healing items. Oops. As soon as I looked at my the amount that I had left, I went, oh yeah, should have stocked up. So that's going to make the rest of this journey interesting. Hopefully I can find some stuff on the way. Hell yeah, dude.
Press on.
Yes.
Shall we continue? The one enemy that makes me wish status effects were in this game, like buffs and debuffs, especially a mobile. Like, you get hit by the bad breath and you're poisoned, you're silenced, your darkness, all of it. Confused. They could totally implement them. I can see how they could easily work in a game like this. Mount Justanus. So, like, this is a game where your attacks don't miss. But, like, what if they could? You get, like, inflicted with blind and some of your attacks will miss. Confusion, like, your buttons do different, like, things. So your normal attack is now something else. You're, like, walking in different directions. Obviously, Berserk, you'd lose control of yourself, and maybe you'd need your dog to heal you, or your dog could have some sort of Esuna capability to cure you. Silence, so you're cut off from your magic abilities and your icon abilities. It's all possible. All possible.
It's like a furnace in here.
We're inside the volcano. You get used to the heat, though I don't remember it being quite this hot.
Nice. Alright, 1 high potion.
Was that one cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's wrong.
Interesting, okay. The music for just the exploration goes significantly hard. I don't know which way is the right way to go, so we'll see.
You're finished.
You're finished. This kind of feels like the way to go, so I'm gonna go the other way. So that's okay. That's where we just were. So we're like, maybe both these go to the same place. Take both pathways to get all the items. Salamander, cool. Or maybe this was just the pathway to go if you wanted to skip the salamander. Why would you want to skip the salamander? That's cool.
Ogre, kill!
God, all of my dodges, all of my dodges were messed up. Nice. Messed up every single goddamn dodge. And I think this was the room that we just came from. Yep. So you can go either of those directions. One of them you can skip the salamander. No one would want to skip the salamander.
Fuck. Is there no other way across?
Just turn into a freak, bro. It's fine. Use your iconic ability to make a flame shield. It's time. I love how they're all sweaty. It's great. Oh, she's semi-priming. That's awesome. That's cool.
Quickly, before it melts!
This is going to be close.
What is if you keep standing there, dude?
Come on!
Semi-primed Jill looks so cool.
Let's not do that again.
No. Let's not.
If only like a dominant of fire with like an iconic ability for flame could create some form of flame shield. Wouldn't that be cool? It would be hot, but it would be cool.
They don't look too tough.
Wall of ice works too.
But in numbers like these.
Can we... Are the bombs susceptible to the... It looks like they are. Are the bombs susceptible to the hurricane? Oh shit, oh shit. Oh, okay, okay. They're blowing up. Oh, dude, I'm almost dead. No. No. Oh, no. Those two bomb explosions, dude. Oopsie. Well, at least if I start finding potions, they automatically heal me, except for my dire need of high potions. We got to actually see the bombs explode. We did not kill them in time, we just pissed them off.
Let's look for another path.
That was cool. Almost got wiped out by a double bomb explosion.
Drake's breath.
We're nearly at the oratory.
Whoa, hang on a minute. Can you see that there's a dragon in the thing? Am I crazy, or can you see that? There's a wing right there, and that could be the head? Oh, there's actually no, it looks like there's a couple of wings. Oh, actually it looks like it's complete. Okay. It looks like there was a dragon like infused into the mother crystal, but now the more that I'm looking at it, there's like a bunch of things that look like wings there. So maybe I'm just talking shit, but for a second there I was like, oh my god, there's a dragon like fucking melted into the shit. Oh god. Melted into the thing. Gotta look where you're walking. I'm just seeing things that don't exist now.
What the hell is that?
Oh, they brought back flans.
Well, whatever.
Dude.
I don't think it's friendly.
Yes! They brought back flans. Oh my god, it's got Firaga. Oh my god. Oh, that's so cool. It's disgusting. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's amazing. They brought flans back, except they are not resistant to physical attacks because this game doesn't operate that way. If you had flans be resistant to physical attacks in a game like this, we'd get nowhere. Oh, that's so cool. Messed up my timing. Oh, God, I did not mean to activate that one. The smile on my face whenever classic Final Fantasy enemies appear is so good.
Waken wind!
Ow. Ooh, that looks like a piece of Fallen technology. I wonder if the flans are like being powered by Fallen technology then. It's like a weird sort of mutation. Mithril wristlets. God, that's so exciting. Okay, red moose as like a fire-based flan. I love that. The appearance of Mithril in Valistea is a fairly recent occurrence, its history only going back as far as the fall of the first Mother Crystal and emergence of the Deadlands. This led some of the crystalline orthodoxy to preach that the Blight is somehow involved in its creation, therefore making it both impure and unholy. Interesting, Mithril's only come up as far as the fall of the first Mother Crystal and the emergence of the Deadlands. Okay. It's kind of wild, actually. Yeah, if I saw what that bowl that fell out of the flan was correctly, I think it's a fallen, powered, magical creature, which is awesome. Cool abilities too, flan with a bunch of arms.
What the? One of the demons. But they never leave the lava.
If I didn't know better, I think this volcano was about to erupt.
Everybody's sweating so hard right now.
Why attack us then? They're peaceful creatures.
Then this one must be the exception.
Probably because their habitat is under attack and they might think we're the cause.
Kill!
Jesus.
Nice try.
Oh my god. Oh.
Now for it. Ready to...
This thing's goddamn pissed off.
Nice try.
Oh.
All yours, Torgal.
Dodge too early. Pull it down. Dodging into the attacks. God damn it.
Nice try.
Nice.
Waken wind! Give me thunder!
Give me thunder! Overdrive. Okay.
Kill!
Oh my god. Okay.
Too slow.
Flame lizard slayed. God damn, that was an angry dog. That was an angry dog. A gnarled scale covered in countless scars. These scales tell a tale of supremacy and survival, albeit one now ended. Yes, fall back into the lava where it lives. Goodbye.
Were you hurt?
Just hot. Thank you.
Quite a commotion our friend made. Let's hope the guards didn't hear it.
The gate to the inner chambers is just up there. Then we make for the sanctuary. I need to finish this. Before the heat finishes me.
Hear, hear.
Here, here.
We'll enter the Comric by the Handmaiden's living quarters. It was always a hive of activity.
Sounds like we'll have a hard time staying out of sight.
We won't have to. There's someone there I should very much like to see.
Okay.
Lady Marley. It's me. By the mother. Jill, it can't be. It is, my lady. We cannot talk here. Come with me. I'm so glad you're safe. And you.
Why ever would you risk coming back? Are you a fool, girl? Or have you grown tired of your freedom already?
Forgive me, my lady. But I had to come back. There are things I left undone. Tell me, where is the Patriarch?
At this hour, he'll be in the Comric, giving thanks.
You mean... Oh, that fiend! Clive, we have to get to the sanctuary. Now. Lady Marley, you must flee this place, gather your things, and go.
Now listen here, Jill.
In Iraq, Lord!
We have company.
This way. Follow this passage. It leads straight to the Comric. Go on, stop dawdling.
Thank you. You were always so kind to me. My light in the darkness. Take care, my lady, please. You deserve better than this. A long and happy life, promise me.
I'll live if you promise to do the same.
Come on, Clive. We're nearly at the Comric.
All right.
The oratory. God damn. Born in the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, Marley was kidnapped by the Ironblood during their invasion 18 years before and taken back to the island of Drastanis, where she was forced to serve as a handmaiden for the priests of the Crystalline Orthodox. There she met the young Jill Warwick and took her under her wing, caring for the terrified child as if she were the mother Jill never knew. I'm glad that we're getting bits and pieces of Jill's past, fleshing out what she's had to deal with. God damn. All this makes me think of, right, when I see something like this, is I think about the fire cavern in Final Fantasy VIII, right at the beginning when you navigate the caverns to go and do your exam, which is to fight Ifrit. And I'm just looking at this environment and the color of the lava, and it's so similar. And I'm just like, God damn. I'm now picturing just the Final Fantasy VIII remake in my head, which will never come. Because they're apparently skipping it and going right to a Final Fantasy IX remake if the rumors are to be believed. Which makes me very sad.
I've had enough of their hospitality.
I have a feeling that they're scared of Final Fantasy VIII. They're scared. Because it's too powerful. Final Fantasy VIII deserves a remake almost the most, because they could really take the opportunity to improve and refine the junction system. And goddamn if it wouldn't be one of the most beautiful looking remakes they could ever make, especially with some of the locations in that game. Final Fantasy VIII is also my favorite Final Fantasy soundtrack. So maybe one day. Oops. These environments that they've crafted are so special, goddamn. And I love that we can actually see the sky here. We can see the source of the crystal beneath, because this one's a different type. Makes me very excited to go into the mother crystal that's under the planet. It's deeper inside. Oh, we're definitely pulling up a bunch of potions. Oh god, hello.
Too many.
Now, if only I could be finding some high potions, please. God damn.
Let's try. Nice. Kill!
Big man with big weapon. Is this the way that we're supposed to be going then? Because I did not think so. I thought I was but going an optional direction, away from the crystal. More high potions, please. Alright, this might actually be the way to go. I thought that there may have been another pathway. Now I must run back and double check. Because there's no local map in areas like this. So you're not able to actually check. Alright, am I seeing things, or it was... Oh, I don't even think... I think I am seeing things. Why did I feel like there was a path here? Weird. Silly me. Obviously just trying to extend my listening time to this music. Hello guys. Bit windy in here, isn't it? How dare you? Nice, mate.
Clive, there's something I need you to know. I saw the Patriarch do things no one should have to see. And so I swore that he would die by my hand.
I understand. I faced my demons, then you must face yours.
She about to go like she about to fully prime into Shiva and freeze that dude's nuts off and then shatter them. Can't wait to see it. Right. Just a couple more high potions, please. They actually gave me high potions. All right, we're back. We're back on top, baby. Who needs to restock your items? Not me. I wonder if I'll even use the elixir. Let's chuck this one on. Buys one elixir and just never uses it. That'd be right. They're preparing us now. Full health, full healing items. God damn. The inner sanctum.
We're nearly there. Just one last push.
Last time we had to face off against a goddamn dragon. A Kashik, no less, but it doesn't look like this place is suffering from an aether flood, so... I accidentally went to go use a Lionheart tonic, but I think because my my limit break bar is at full, it didn't work, which is good. Because I thought I had my dog equipped to do Ravage instead.
All yours, Togo! Togo, kill!
Almost staggering him immediately.
Nice try.
Hey, I got juggled. God damn. What happens when I refuse to do a limit break for a while and I'm like, I'll hold on to it? I get mopped up. The Grease of the Inferno. Will of the Wikes we haven't really used. Will of the Wicks.
O Mathen Sanov, Clarin Junon Credith. 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 O Mathen
Shiva's dominant. Come to beg forgiveness for your failure.
For years, I followed your orders, fought your wars, all to protect the children you took, just as you took me. And what did you do in return? You put them in chains and you slit their throats!
Fiend. Their souls were sullied with a stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. A penance paid, just as the Holy Mother wills it! Repent, abomination! For a monster like you to set foot in the Holy Cymric is in itself a crime deserving of death.
You're right. I am a monster, and my soul is stained black. Though not by ether, but by the evil of men like you, who made me close my heart and drown in darkness when I should have raged against it. This is my penance. I will be your monster no more. Nor will I suffer you to create another.
Does the beast bare its teeth at its master? Come then, dominant. Rage, be as you have ever been. A monster!
And what are you, Imran? I was forced to kill. You do it by choice. But never again. I bowed to you once. Now it is you who shall bow to me!
Kill them.
All right. Oh, okay, and he's just here, okay. And Joshua's here.
What?
She didn't do that. What the hell is this? Oh. Nice. She's fully primed, baby. That is such a badass appearance. Oh my god.
Jill! Remember how it felt?
Dude, Torgal's a fucking badass. Torgal will be willingly standing in the way of all of this shit. Oh, shit.
Why? Why can't I do it?
Alrighty.
Please, just once.
Semi-prime.
She won't be able to hold that lava back forever.
Liquid flame. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Interesting. So we know that our semi-prime is our limit break, so it's an automatic limit break casting.
Let's try. This should help.
Jesus. Damn it. Diamond dust, yes. Watch out, Torgal, it's gonna get chilly. Oh, dude.
Go.
She's amazing.
All right. I won't take long.
Oh, yeah, all right. Not long now, dear.
Too slow.
Whoa, it's got... Oh, it's transformed! What? What is that? Get up, get up! What are you doing? Get up, you bastard! Messing up all my goddamn timing. Oh my god, what are all these transformations? Oh.
Too slow.
Oh, my dog. Oh my god, my dog! No! Torgo, you're okay. It's my fault, buddy, I'm sorry.
Nice try. All yours, Torgal. Too slow. To me, boy.
The 11th hour. So, sorry? Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, okay. I'm trying to dodge all of them, but there's only so much I can do. Wait. Wait. Oh my god, dude. Wait. Oh, dude. Oh, dude, these transformations. I'm messing up every single dodge timing. Holy fuck!
Nice try. All yours, Torgal. Too slow.
God damn. So many moves that I'm like, oh, that 11th hour was crazy. I'm like, how do I dodge that? A flame trapped mid-dance, both ethereal and corporeal, fleeting and enduring, but very much alive. Liquid flame. My god. All without transforming into a freak.
Jill!
I'm going to finish this, Clive. Here! Use this.
Damn. Oh, hang on. She's not giving us her iconic... We're not absorbing her iconic powers. That's what I thought that was. Interesting.
Sid. We're one step closer to freedom.
The crystal. What did you do to it?
Ooh.
Oh. We destroyed it.
What? But... Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what you have done?
I do, Father. I have killed the monster and become an outlaw. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Nice.
It's over.
It is.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it willingly. This was a sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue at your side with my head held high.
Black hole time again, like last time? No void appearing in place of the crystal. And Joshua's here too.
Clive, look.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate.
Damn it. We need to leave.
Agreed.
What the fuck? Okay. Has he been corrupted by Ultima because he, like, absorbed him into himself? So instead of Clive being the vessel, Joshua is now? So he's got, like, maybe he's being possessed in some capacity. He hasn't been able to, like, keep him contained. I don't know.
Oh, Jill. I kept my promise, and now you keep yours.
Wow. And now we have another 5-year time skip, guys. 5 years in between each Mother Crystal. Meanwhile... Huh?
This way, Your Grace.
What? Then who's the man in the hood? What is happening?
You're bleeding. I have a tonic which will...
I thank you for your kindness, truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure.
This is the same medicine girl from the 5 years later flashback previously. That's why she had her own codex entry.
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did?
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your Grace.
No, do not dirty your hands. Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbreque?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons, Odin's Nemesis, or simply Bahamut. I met him once, when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbreque included. If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice. As the mother crystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals, and yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yote.
Okay. Yote is how it is pronounced. Unclear whether this is her true name or another pseudonym, so it's not Jote, it's Yote. Okay. We've seen both Joshua in this robe, and I'm thinking that this must be also a manifestation of Ultima taking on a human form also. And he's contained within Joshua, but also maybe still able to appear in weird ways. Like, it seems that Joshua was not there at Drake's breath, but maybe a manifestation of Ultima's will or spirit that was then able to influence that liquid flame appearing, and then he's just able to watch, but he's not able to, like, directly interact with Clive, maybe? And that's probably how Joshua was able to feel Clive for a second there, but you get misled because you're like, wait, Joshua's changed outfits. He's no longer running around in the mystery robe, but then you see the mystery robe again, and you're like, is he gone back to going undercover? And it's like, you keep getting pulled in different directions. You're like, wait a minute, what's going on? So we're still not getting our reunion between Joshua and Clive at the second Mother Crystal's destruction. But goddamn, that was cool to see. The Crystal Road is a protected trade route designed to allow easy access to the Crystalline Dominion for travelers and merchants. An agreement between the nations safeguards the land around it, known as the Crystal Belt, from military encroachment, and as such, it features neither fortresses nor checkpoints. However, in recent years, it has been overrun with refugees fleeing the Blight, an issue that has yet to be satisfactorily resolved. Interesting. He's got like the Ultima scar in his chest as well, which looks cool. Meanwhile, again, another meanwhile, in Randella, Ministry of Law.
The army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sambrek need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
There she is.
Is that the Emperor's?
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer.
Wow, she's barely aged. She has aged tremendously well, and that's her new child.
On their faces when you walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation. Such shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbreque in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts.
Oh.
There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sambrec. And when your father goes to meet Great Griga, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon.
Evil! Oh my god, dude. Okay. That's so good to finally see her. She looks exactly the same, just dressed in black. She has not aged. She got that Sanbrec skincare routine. God damn. And the weird sheltered kid. Like, never leaves my side. Always just weird. Weird child. Destined for greatness, apparently, and doesn't know what he's going to do with it. Wow. That was a really cool scene. I liked that a lot. So we get to see the truth about the whole Sid and Clive routine. And we get, like, Annabella's attitude towards everyone and anything that isn't, like, pure is so disgusting. You can definitely see what they're going for with that. And her, like, just as soon as he leaves the room, just shaming Benedicta like that immediately. God damn.
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
What a scene. What a scene after the storm. All right. So it seems that we may get to see the instant impacts of taking out a second Mother Crystal, which is cool. Nothing at the reading table, but new things everywhere. The root of the problem, cut from the cloth. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff to check in with, which is good. See what we can craft with these new items we picked up recently. Dive. Ask about Drake's breath.
Must have been hot.
Fighting in the belly of that crag might be work for you as a smith when you hang up the old sword. But I'm betting that won't be for a while.
I know how hard it can be.
Trying to fill another man's boots, but I reckon you've grown into Sid's nicely. He'd be proud. Nice.
So, what'll it be?
Oh, we can make a new sword. It's so weird making a green sword that's stronger than our current purple one, but that's cool. Also, on that note, I thought when we were seeing Drake's breath about to get destroyed because Shiva couldn't transform anymore, that maybe we would get her power as an iconic ability, but it didn't happen. She imbued our sword with a temporary power to destroy the crystal, which is interesting. But we didn't lose her, which is nice. Glad that it didn't have to come at a sacrifice. So the platinum sword is made with liquid flame. Platinum makes for a poor blade, being too soft to withstand rigorous use in battle and too expensive for the common soldier to afford. However, it does allow for ornate designs on crossguard, hilt, and pommel, where the rare metal is most often employed. So we get a 15 increase. Or we can do a platinum belt for a 5 defense increase, but we don't get any HP boost. Or platinum cannons, which is not better than the mithril bracelets we picked up. Damn. It's kind of an annoying almost. So this one doesn't use mithril liquid flame. It's annoying getting crafting stuff that is not an upgrade. The platinum plates which adorn these wrist guards are less for defense than they are to warn any would-be attackers that the person they are about to assault has amassed enough of a fortune slaughtering enemies and claiming their gear that they no longer need to worry about frivolous things like protection. And while copper, iron, and even gold mines are plentiful in the Twins, there is only one location where white gold has ever been found, southwestern Ash. As such, the Kingdom of Waloed controls the realm's sole supply of the rare and highly sought-after metal, with proceeds from its exports funding the nation's military incursions into Storm. We're just going to do the sword. We'll just do the sword.
Should last you a good while.
Because the other stuff isn't worth it. And then we can upgrade Platinum Sword to a +2 for an extra 10.
Not my best work, but it'll do.
Not his best work, he says. Okay. Sure, mate. If I do the Platinum Belt and upgrade it, though, it will end up being more. Wow. A whole +1 on my HP, guys. A whole +1. Should be grateful. Alright, we'll do the belt then.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Reinforce it.
Not my best work, but it'll do.
Okay. Well, I need your best work, bud. We can get the Drake Slayer's belt with some Electrum. And the bracelets with some gelatinous mass. Which will give us some nice upgrades.
That it? Fine.
Alright. New sword, mate. New sword. Thank you.
If you need help, just ask Nan. She's got a load of new stock in.
And what can I do for you?
Want a pat on the back, do ya? Well, I suppose you deserve one. Just don't let it go to your head.
From what I hear,
you'd have been lost without Jill, to say nothing of yours truly. If it wasn't for me keeping you fed and kitted out, you'd neither of you stood a chance. But fair's fair, you took the chance I gave you and brought the whole bloody mountain down. Bet the Iron Blood couldn't believe their eyes.
the poor buggers.
The poor buggers will just have to find somewhere else to worship. Of course, there's plenty of other folks in these fair isles who still reckon those rocks are worth more than their weight in diamonds. So you keep doing what you're doing and show them how wrong they are. It's coin they want to put their faith in, and as long as you keep coughing it up, my faith will stay with you.
Go on then.
Just buy the platinum sword if you want. Channeler's Whispers automatically charges magic spells. Crimson Tassels, Cobalt Tassels. The Golden Testament, Gil earned by 35% and EXP earned by 15%. Ooh. A beautifully illuminated scroll containing the writings of the tongueless prophet Livol, who is believed to have spread the gospel of Gilbard the Lender across southern Storm. A treatise in which the renowned astrologer Osmo claims to have successfully mapped the eastern autumn skies and proceeds to explain how the star's location is relevant in the fortification of the spirit. So I'll keep my ability points increase over Gil and EXP because we don't really need a bunch of Gil unless we're saving up for orchestran rolls.
You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Okay, man.
And be thankful you got that much. You got out else?
I don't think that Desert Rose has even come up as a crafting material yet for us to use. But we were able to buy it at one point.
Much. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Hunting down bearers.
First things first, let's check in with Tomes.
Farewell, Drake's breath! All hail Sid the Outlaw!
My knowledge is yours. And so, it is done.
A feat 5 long years in the making. With the Mother Crystal's final cry, a legacy is passed from one outlaw to the next.
Yet the tale is far from over.
And though we cannot know if it will end in triumph or tragedy, I only pray that I am there to bear witness.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Level 4, Hideaway Highbrow.
It is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
The Holy Order of Shields of the Blackened Pinion. The official name of the Order of Knights established in the Imperial Province of Rosaria, who persecute and purge bearers and those who shield them, commonly known as the Black Shields after the color of their armor, a hue seemingly chosen to differentiate this new elite order from the silver-clad Dragoons. Unlike the heroic Dragoons, however, they are feared and loathed throughout the Imperial Province, and they match Annabella's new outfit style. Oh look, it's that word. Craig Loist, the capital city of Hiran, or the Iron Kingdom, located on the boiling sea island of Ironholm, several hundred leagues off the western coast of Rosaria. Its name means charred rock in the Hirani tongue. Drake's Eye is a mother crystal which stood in the frozen wastes of Northern Storm, lands now lost to the Blight. Soon after the mother first fell, the tribes of the north, in a bid of desperation, marched south into Rosaria, Shiva's dominant, at their fore. A terrible battle ensued in which fire was pitted against ice, but eventually the Phoenix and the Ducal army succeeded in driving back the invaders for a time. Wow, okay, that's really cool. So this is getting some confirmation that there was a 6th mother crystal up in the Blighted Lands. Okay. Now, this is information we might have been told before that I might have forgotten, because there is a lot of lore, and I was asking this question in a previous episode about wondering if this is like the first time that it had happened, but it makes sense that it's the second time that it's happened, but it was for different reasons. So this mother crystal was lost to the Blight, but the one that we took out 5 years ago was the first time it was taken out, like ripped out from under a civilization sort of thing. So that's cool. Drake's Eye. And so the tribes of the north used to have Shiva's dominant, which is interesting. So before Jill. That's curious, right? So before Jill was Shiva's dominant? And then after this fight was won, when the invaders were drawn back, they defeated Shiva's dominant, and then it would have passed to Jill, I assume, somehow? Questions that I don't yet have. Or is that the situation, is that the event where Clive's father, Elwyn, rescued Jill from that situation, and she was Shiva's dominant still as a child?
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Because she was born a princess of the Northern Territories, and she was made a ward of Rosaria after her homeland's incessant raids were quelled by the duchy. So maybe she might have already been Shiva's dominant back then in the Northern Territories, and then Rosaria wins. They lose their lands to the Blight. The Mother Crystal falls, and then Shiva gets kidnapped. That makes more sense than Jill randomly becoming Shiva's dominant after that happened. Which means she's been Shiva's dominant ever since she was very young. Which is crazy. Okay. Persons of interest. We've got August, which is a veteran cursebreaker who often leads his own team of bearer-liberating forays. He also shares his wisdom and experience with Cole in assembling new units and training new recruits. One of Blackthorn's few close friends who shares the smith's fondness for a tankard or two. Indeed, when August isn't on a mission, he can most often be found supping an ale and swapping a story in the Hideaway's tavern. Ivan is a freed Imperial bearer. After the wounds he suffered in his escape were healed, he began a new life in the Hideaway, working in the kitchens. Through this, he encountered a cookbook entitled Valistea, a culinary pilgrimage, which inspired in him a passion for making mincemeat of monsters, literally. And Martel is a young bearer who assisted Bohemil in his research into growing crops in the blighted soil of Sid's hideaway. Alas, she was gravely wounded during Kupka's attack on their home. Though she was able to escape the wreckage with some of the saplings that were in the fruit of their labors, she succumbed soon after. The trees were replanted in Clive's new hideaway, and the apples they bore named Martel in her memory. It's a very beautiful little side quest that has some payoff for helping rescue her earlier. New page for Annabella Lesage. Yeah, look at her character model. It's exactly the same. That's crazy. She hasn't aged at all. Like, not even a little bit. Look at that. No graying of the hair, no wrinkling of the skin. It's exactly the same. It's been 18 years. What is that? You know what? That must be the blood of the phoenix for sure. So she's got the phoenix-bearing bloodline, and that is constantly rebirthing that skin, baby. Forever young. That's crazy. I was so curious to be like, what is she going to look like? You know, has she aged? Hell no. Annabella would not let herself age? That's crazy. Empress of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, formerly the Duchess of Rosaria, before she betrayed her nation and gifted it to the Empire. For a short while after the fall of the duchy, she was taken into the protection of the imperial crown, a pretense that ended with her bargained remarriage to Emperor Sylvester, the birth of Prince Olivier, and her return to rule over Rosaria as vicereine. I can't believe we haven't seen Annabella since episode 2 of this playthrough. And 18 years in the timeline. She looks exactly the same. That's crazy. Olivier Lesage. Look at those eyes. Not sure what's going on there with there was like a weird crystal glow right at the end out of some sort of device, it looked like. Second son of Emperor Sylvester of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, and third of Empress Annabella, making him half-brother to both Prince Dion and Clive. His mother has involved him in the affairs of the imperial court since he was a small child. So he's got a bit of Sanbrequois in him and a bit of Rosarian in him. So he's got a mixture of the Bahamut and Phoenix inside of him in terms of that bloodline. Crazy. Okay. High Priest Imran is a patriarch of the Crystalline Orthodox, a zealous believer in the Orthodox's teachings that bearers and dominants are unclean creatures born of sin. He conducted the sacrificial slaughter of bearers, claiming that he was merely cleansing them of their corruption. Slain by Jill Warwick on her return to the Iron Kingdom, in answer not only for the crimes he committed, but those he forced her to commit in the name of his crusade. Patriarch of the Crystalline Orthodox, who conducts his sinister ceremonies in the Comrak, the holy sanctuary built around the heart of Drake's Breath, a zealous believer in the Orthodox's teachings that bearers and dominants are unclean creatures born of sin. Wild, okay? We haven't checked in with tomes for a bit, so this is also giving us some previous topics of last episode, I think. So a sleepy settlement nestled amongst the lofty peaks of southern Rosaria. Located far from the capital, its people survive by trading what produce they can coax from the stony soil and what little else they can gather from the surrounding hills. The Old Hill Docks is a once thriving village of shipwrights located at the mouth of the Talons, Rosaria's largest bay. Its people were slaughtered at the hands of the Vice-Regency's Black Shields after it was discovered that the Guardians of the Flame were sheltering bearers there. Buet Bridge is a bridge built in the golden days of the Duchy that spans part of the bay known as the Talons and connects eastern Rosaria with the capital of Rosalith. It was originally meant to be part of the Trans-Rosarian Aqueduct that would carry water to northern areas affected by the Blight, and with it, employment for local craftsmen and tradespeople, but this plan was abandoned when Archduke Elwyn died. We need an ultimate timeline where Elwyn never dies, and we can see and that's the good ending. Hawk's Cry Cliff is a location in the southern part of the Imperial Province of Rosaria known for its distinctive rock formations. There are myriad theories as to how the unique stratification was achieved, from natural shiftings of the earth, to clashes of bygone icons, to lost fallen magics. The people who live in their shadows, however, such as those residents of the tiny village of Amber, will merely tell you a rock is a rock. Okay. Randalar is capital of the Dalmatian Republic. It is a thriving hub of commerce where merchants and traders gather from across Valistea. Its streets bustle with life even late into the night when the twinkle of countless lanterns illuminates the landscape. The nation's affairs are managed from the Ministry of Law in the heart of the city, wherein sits the Parliament of Ministers. What's crazy about this as well is it looks like Annabella and Olivier just fucking rocked up there with no protection whatsoever. They just traveled fearlessly. I wonder if there was an escort of some kind, because they kind of just arrived. It would have been a secret meeting, but easy prey. Island nation situated off the west coast of Storm. In the year 878, Mother Crystal Drake's Breath was destroyed in an attack launched by Sid the Outlaw. The loss of the crystal and of the Patriarch, chief of the priests who served it, plunged the kingdom into chaos, leaving this monarchy waiting for a leader beyond its politically impotent royalty. And the fall of Drake's Breath, held by the Iron Kingdom since before the fall of the Duchy of Rosaria, was destroyed in the year 878. When its heart was shattered, the ensuing destruction took with it not just Mount Drostanus, the entire Isle of Bain Leolad. Imran, Patriarch of the Faith known as the Crystalline Orthodoxy, was also killed in the attack. That heavily destabilizes the Iron Kingdom, I think. So I doubt that's gonna be rebuilt anytime soon. Liquid Flame is an ever-shifting mass of living flame that rose from the fiery pools of Drake's Breath in what appeared to be response to an unwarranted trespass into the Mother Crystal's inner sanctum. Possessed with both the swiftness and temper of an untamed wildfire, the creature rained fury down upon the intruders, wielding the molten lifeblood of sacred Mount Drostanus like it were but fistfuls of mud. In what appeared to be a response, but it looks like the presence of this mysterious hooded figure may have summoned it. Griffins are fantastical abominations of nature, upon which the crown and wings of an eagle have been fused to the legs and loins of a ferocious land cat. They hunt their prey on high, circling a victim unseen before descending at terrible speeds, claws first to tear its throat. Should the prey prove more formidable, griffins have also been known to call upon the very winds to both slice and suffocate the quarry. Fortunately, these predators rarely descend from their mountain lairs, and sightings are few and far between. Ah, cool. It is referred to as a flan in the bestiaria, not the red moose. That's such a cool design. Massive amorphous beings capable of bending and distorting their gelatinous forms into almost any shape imaginable, making them not only notoriously difficult to find, but almost entirely impossible to kill, as most cuts merely melt back into the existing flesh within a matter of moments. These creatures can be found in all corners of Valistea, though their heightened sensitivity to the subtleties of their environs mean that their outward hue can vary wildly from region to region, hence the variety of names. Bavoris, Gelato, and Fool, by which they are known. The Fool. This is cool, and it does touch on the fact that they are almost impossible to kill, as cuts merely melt back into the existing flesh. I guess being a dominant and having a lot more power than normal people allows us to do physical attacks, whereas usually in Final Fantasy tradition, they're taken out with magic. But that one crafting item that we need that was a gelatinous mass makes me think that we need to kill a flan on a hunt or something.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Nice. There's some good lore in there. Some good old lore for us to read for sure. And there's more stuff at the hunt board. So let's go to the backyard and then we'll make our way down to the boarding deck.
Sid, I know that when we came to the hideaway, we chose to let go of our past in order that we might focus on our future.
We did.
Nonetheless, I was wondering if... Well, I know you are from Rosaria, and I'm in need of someone with intimate knowledge of those lands. Apparently, the duchy is home to all manner of curative herbs found nowhere else in the realm. Among them is a flower called a morganbeard that increases the potency of lesser medicines.
I can't say that I've had much practice healing. My youth was spent in the Bailey.
A shame. You see, the hideaway relies heavily upon medicines procured from afar. And when those shipments are late, well, it's our sick who suffer. If we could find this flower and learn to grow it here, we might save many lives. However, as you are well aware, imperial occupation has rendered the roads unsafe for those like me, untrained in the military arts. Now, I'm not asking the busiest man in the hideaway to drop everything and make the journey for me, but if you happen to be in the duchy on other business...
Not so subtle request. Let's do it.
Tell me of these morganbeards, then.
But of course. If my old tomes are to be believed, the flowers are bright yellow and as large as goblins' eyes. Oh, and they grow in the marshes of Sorrowise. If I am to propagate them here in the backyard, I will require several samples, preferably of blooms which have already gone to seed. And before I forget, I do seem to recall learning in the course of my research that their odor has the tendency to attract unsavory creatures. Nothing you cannot handle, though, I'm sure.
We will go. We'll do it. Northern Rosaria for morganbeards. So I'll be curious to see what that unlocks. Maybe some form of heightened restorative, or I don't know. We'll see.
Let us know.
We shall see. Nothing for us in the atrium as of yet, and we can't head down there. So I guess we'll have to wait till later to see what that's about.
Oh, if you find any rotten plants.
I reckon we'll aim to smash out all of the available hunts next time as well.
What I'm hearing, Sid?
I did crack another crystal, mate. You're bloody correct, you are.
Oh, bother. Whatever am I to do now, Clive?
About what?
I've 2 dresses that need stitching, but I haven't got a scrap of linen. Those girls' rags are so threadbare. It's a wonder they don't fall to pieces. And we most certainly cannot have that. A certain amount of decorum must be maintained, even here at the hideaway. You wouldn't want the poor things going without decent clothes now, would you?
See the poor girls go without decent clothes?
Of course not. What can I do to help?
Oh, aren't you a dear? You see, I've paid for 2 bolts of cloth from the drapers in Northreach, blue and red. But they don't deliver, not to places that aren't on the map anyway, so I'll need someone to take this receipt and collect them.
And you'd have this someone be me?
I would. And don't let them fob you off with anything less than what I paid for. 1 bolt of blue and 1 of red. I expect them both.
You'll get them. I look like the intimidating sort.
They said they'd give us
Handwritten receipt.
Our man in Dalimil mentioned that Kupka's guard haven't been seen there of late.
The calm before the storm, perhaps.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts?
Ah, okay. It's 135 is my next one, so 10 more renown, and we've got some even more. And we can expand our renown past 350, apparently. God damn. A rose is a rose. Cleric's medallion, and Dire Wolf Jess. To look forward to.
Come again. I may have more for you.
There's not much going on with gout, is there?
How are you doing?
Oh. I swear I've already asked about this stuff with you, but it's not showing as ticked.
Oh, same old.
So,
Pretty sure it's yeah.
And Sid? But he's still with us too.
Yeah, I already read that stuff.
Quick look.
He doesn't get any more. He doesn't get any tasks often, does he? Did you know that with every forward step you take, Kupo, every crystal cracked, every fiend made, every enemy felled, the Cursebreakers are expanding their operations too? Which means more bearers being freed and more slavers being punished, but it also means more billets for the board, Kupo. Alright. What else is on here? 2 new ones. Sekret. While Minotaurs have long dwelled in the mountain regions of Rosaria, it is only recently they have come down from the highlands to hunt in the swamps surrounding Martha's Rest. Among their number is one whose sheer size suggests it to be a chieftain who appears to be spearheading the push south. He must be stopped, lest the beastmen develop designs on the rest proper. West of Rhiannon's side, okay. And then Severian, a particularly belligerent breed of echo, has recently awakened amid the fallen ruins near Martha's Rest. It is known to activate on the approach of any human, armed or unarmed, and sets about them with a burning jet that has already reduced much of the surrounding marshland to ash. This is one echo that the Cursebreakers would fain see forever silenced. So Rosaria's got a couple for us. It's got 3 actually, because there's still Belphegor, and then there's this Angel of Death in Sanbreque. We'll be having a look at those next time for sure.
And how may I assist you today?
Allow me to educate you.
Drake's last breath is where we're currently at. Drake's breath crumbles, and with it the crystalline orthodoxy on the far side of Storm. The fist of the Republic still lays siege to the Dominion, little knowing that their hero Hugo Kupka has learned of his nemesis's true identity and come to a secret agreement with Empress Annabella. Tut tut. Okay.
Study it well, Clive.
So this is Rosaria Rising. So they're retreating back to Ironholm, where they're just going to chill out. And then Siege of the Crystalline Dominion. Meanwhile, nothing happening in Waloed. This is cool though, how there's Drake's Eye on here. It's a whole region that we never got to explore or see. Looks like there's still some parts of it that are not yet affected by the blight. Just some teeny tiny bits, maybe.
Very good.
Very good. Alright, let's check on Jill.
Our man in Dalamore mentioned
I've done what I can, but the rest is up to you. You need to start taking better care of yourself.
Understood. And thank you.
The curse has spread. Make sure she rests.
Knock knock.
If it hurts, you can tell me, you know. I'll understand.
I can bear it.
But you shouldn't have to. Not anymore.
This isn't just your struggle, Clive. It's ours. And when we see how hard you fight, it inspires us to do the same. Or would you rather we left you to save the world all on your own?
No. That's not... Ignore me.
Ooh. Now kiss already.
Clive, where are you?
In here.
Oh, it's my boyfriend. Sorry, I was about to kiss my girlfriend.
What's wrong?
God damn it.
Rosaria's under attack.
What?
I was about to kiss my girlfriend. That was so much more important than that news, Gav.
This isn't the Dalmekian army we're talking about. It's the men of the Rock from Drake's Fang. Hugo Kupka's private guard. There is in hell in Rosalith, trying to batter down the castle gates.
Looking for me?
Seems that way. Reckon old Hugo has finally worked out who Sid really is.
Then this is just another trap.
Ah, it's a trap, all right. The daddy of all fucking traps.
I'm going to Rosalith.
You're not serious. That's exactly what he wants you to do, Clive.
Look, I don't know why Kupka harbors such a grudge against Sid. But as long as it's left to fester, our world will never know peace. He has dragged the rest of Storm into this pointless war just to find me. Besides which, I am not about to stand and watch while my home gets ground into the dirt. Hugo Kupka must die.
I've lost enough friends to that man already. I don't want to lose any more. So let's go and kill the bastard.
I'm coming too. After all, we're in this together.
All right.
Gav's actually coming this time. He's actually gonna come this time.
I should probably speak to Otto before leaving. We need to know what we're getting ourselves into.
First he wrecked our home, now he's wrecking yours. But he's not going to get away with it this time.
That's all well and good, lad. But do you, I'll stay here and look at the map with Jill. If you'd like to head out for a minute, maybe get a breath of fresh air. You know, you ran back from your spy duty. You must be parched. Go get an ale or something. And me and Jill here, we'll resume our previous conversation. If you would just leave, please.
Back to Rosalith then. Whatever has become of her.
God damn it, Gav, you ruined the moment. Alright, that'll be where we bring this episode of Final Fantasy XVI to a close, getting cock-blocked by Gav. Next time, we're going to check out these side quests, we're going to check out some hunts, and we'll speak with Otto about Rosalith Castle, Rosaria, being under attack. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.